Dear students, finally your NEET examination is over today and you're all eagerly waiting for the results. And you are so excited to see the official answer keys. In this video, I will give you the Botany questions of today's exam and I will discuss it and also I will give you the answer keys. Okay, let's directly come to the questions. In Botany part, the first question is 101. The question is, in spite of interspecific competition in nature, which mechanism the competent species might have evolved for their survival? The correct answer is resource partitioning. It is a direct question and it is given in NCERT page number 235. Actually, if two species are competing for the same resource, they can avoid competition by this resource partitioning. The correct answer is 1. Option 1 is the correct answer. Coming to the next question, 102. Match a list first with the list 2. Cells with active cell division capacity. Of course, you know the answer is meristematic tissue. That is matching with meristematic tissue. Tissue having all cells similar in structure and function. You know the answer is simple tissue. Simple tissue like parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. These tissues are having all cells similar in structure and function. And the third one, tissue having different types of cell, that is matching with vascular tissue, because vascular tissue is an example for complex permanent tissue. Dead cells with highly thickened walls and narrow lumen, that is sclerids. Option 1 is correct. Then question number 103 is a direct question. During the purification process for recombinant DNA technology, addition of chilled ethanol precipitates out. The answer is 2. DNA is precipitated. Question number 104. You have to match list 1 with list 2. Cohesion. You know, cohesion is a mutual attraction between two molecules. A typical example is mutual attraction among water molecule. Adhesion, you know, it is attraction between two different molecules. Attraction between water molecule and polar surface of the xylem. That is an example for adhesion. Surface tension. You know, water molecules, they show more attraction in liquid phase, that is all about surface tension. Guttation. Guttation is nothing but the loss of water in liquid phase, or in liquid form water is lost by a process called guttation. The answer is 1. Question number 105. The term used for transfer of pollen grains from anther of one plant to the stigma of a different plant, which during pollination brings genetically different types of pollen grains to stigma. The correct answer is xenogamy. Xenogamy is nothing but cross pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from one plant to another plant. You know, gaenogamy is a transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower of the same plant. And chasmogamy and cleistogamy are example for autogamy. So the correct answer is xenogamy. Question number 106. Which of the following stages of meiosis involve division of centromere? The correct answer is anaphase 2. You know, during anaphase 2, sister chromatids undergo separation. So sister chromatids are separated. So these sister chromatids will be separated because centromere undergoes splitting. So splitting of centromere occurs during anaphase 2. Question number 107. Which of the following is correct sequence of steps in PCR, polymerase chain reaction? The correct answer is first, that is denaturation, annealing, extension. No need to explain. Number 108. Gemmae are present in. You know, gemma is a asexual green buds present in some liverworts like Markantia. The example is Markantia. You can see some green asexual buds that can directly develop into a new organism. These are present in liverworts, example Markantia. The answer is 4. Question number 109. The production of gametes by parents, formation of zygotes, F1, F2 plants can be understood from a diagram called. The correct answer is Punnett square. You already know that. Using Punnett square, you can easily find the type of gametes, zygotes, F1 and F2 plants. The correct answer is Punnett square, that you have studied in genetics. Question number 110. The factor that leads to founder effect in a population is. The correct answer is genetic drift. So you have studied the same in the chapter evolution. So the factor that leads to founder effect will be genetic drift. Question number 111. Genera like Selaginella salvinia produces two kinds of spores. Such plants are known as. The answer is so simple. The answer is heterosporous because they produce two types of spores, microspores and megaspores. Since they produce two different types of spores, the parent body is said to be heterosporous. Question number 112. Plants follow different pathways in response to environment or phases of life to form different kinds of structures. This ability is called, that is nothing but plasticity. You have studied this plasticity in the chapter plant growth and development. The examples are cotton, coriander, larkspur and also buttercup. Question number 113. Which of the following are not secondary metabolites? The correct answer is option 2, that is amino acids and glucose. Because the amino acids and glucose, they are primarily required for the growth and development of a plant body. That's why these are not a secondary metabolite. Question number 114. Complete the flowchart on central dogma. And first one is DNA to DNA. You know, DNA to DNA is nothing but the replication of DNA. And during the transfer of information, first the information from DNA can be transcribed to mRNA. So the B that represent transcription, and then mRNA to finally protein. So D represent protein and the process is translation. So the correct option will be 3: replication, transcription, translation and protein. The question number 115. When the centromere is situated in the middle of the two equal arms of chromosomes, the chromosome is referred as. The answer is metacentric chromosome. Since the centromere is located at the exactly the center portion, so we will be having two equal arms. Question number 116. DNA strands on a gel stained with etherium bromide when viewed under UV radiation appear as. The answer will be bright orange bands. That is also a direct question. Question number 117. The site of perception of light in plants during photoperiodism. You know, photoperiodism is required for formation of a flower. Actually, flower is a shoot, modified shoot. Even though the shoot is modified to a flower, always absorption of light will be done by this leaf. So once leaf absorb a particular amount of light, some substance like fluorescence will be activated in the leaf, and this fluorescence will be transported from leaf to shoot apex. Since this fluorescence is transported from leaf to shoot apex, this shoot apex will be later developed into a flower. But remember, the perception of light will be always done by the leaf. The answer is leaf. When gene targeting involving gene amplification is attempted in an individual's tissue to treat disease, it is known as gene therapy. The question is direct and you can easily get the answer. The answer is gene therapy. Which of the following plant is monoecious? You know, monoecious means a plant is having both male and female reproductive organs. The correct answer is Cara, and I think you remember the diagram given in NCERT. The Cara, it is having both male and female reproductive organs, and the radium and oogonium both are present in the same plant body. So the answer is option 2, Cara is the correct answer. Remaining all are dioecious because the other plants, Carica papaya, Mercantia polymorpha, Cycas circinalis, all these are dioecious because their male and female reproductive organs are present in different plant body. Question number 120. Which of the following is not an application of PCR, polymerase chain reaction? Molecular diagnosis is an application. Gene amplification is also an application. Purification of isolated protein is the correct answer. Question number 121. Question number 121. Match list 1 with list 2. Cristae. You know, cristae are present in mitochondria. These are actually infoldings in mitochondria. Second one, thylakoids. You know, thylakoids are flattened membranous sacs in stroma of plastids. You know, thylakoids actually these are part of the grana. These are disc-shaped structure. These are actually present in the stroma of plastids. Centromere. Centromere is a primary constriction in the chromosome. Cisternae are disc-shaped sacs in Golgi apparatus. So for the question number 121, the correct answer is option 3. Question number 122. Diadelphous stamens are found in. The correct answer is pea plant. You have studied 9 plus 1. There are actually 10 stamens in the pea plant, and these are arranged in 2 bundles, 9 plus 1. Remember, China rose or hibiscus is having monodelphous stamen and citrus is having polyadelphous stamens. Question number 123. Protoplast fusion. A typical example for protoplast fusion is pomato. You have studied potato and tomato. Then plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture, the basic principle is totipotency. Because the principle of plant tissue culture is totipotency, it is the ability of a cell to develop into a whole organism. Meristem culture, that is nothing but it is mainly used for making virus-free plants, because in meristematic tissue virus cannot survive. Micropropagation. After micropropagation, we can easily get soma clones. So micropropagation is actually the production of large number of plants in a short period of time using tissue culture. So finally we'll be getting clones, and these clones are also called soma clones. So for the question number 123, correct answer will be 2. Question number 124. The option correct answer is 1. Amensalism can be represented as species A minus and species B 0. In this case, one individual will be harmed and another will be unaffected. Relationship is called amensalism. Question number 125. Which of the following is an incorrect statement? Mature seed tube elements possess a conspicuous nucleus and usual cytoplasmic organelle. That is wrong, because in mature seed tube they lack a nucleus. Mature seed tubes are devoid of nucleus and their functions are controlled by the nucleus of companion cell. Option 1 is a correct answer because that option is wrong. The question is regarding incorrect statement. Question number 126. A typical angiosperm embryo sac at maturity is 7-celled and 8 nucleate. I think you remember the structure of the female gametophyte or embryo sac. It is having 3 antipodals, synergy, 1 egg cell, and a large central cell having 2 polar nuclei. Since 2 polar nuclei are present in a single cell, it is 7-celled and 8 nucleate. The correct answer is 1. 127. Which of the following algae contains mannitol as reserve food material? The correct answer is Ectocarpus, because Ectocarpus is a brown algae. Mannitol is usually found in brown algae. Gracilaria is a red algae. Volvox, Ulothrix are green algae. Question number 128. The plant hormone used to destroy weeds in a field is 2,4-D. The 2,4-D is usually used to kill the dicot weeds. The correct answer is 3. Question number 129. Amount of nutrients such as carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus and calcium present in soil at any given time is referred to as. It's a direct question. The answer is standing state. Question number 130. Mutations in plant cells can be induced by. The answer is gamma rays. I think you heard about gamma garden. So we can cultivate some beneficial or desirable mutations in plant using gamma rays. Also we can develop some plants having high quality. Question number 131. Which of the following statement is not correct? Pyramid of biomass in C is generally inverted. That is correct. Pyramid of biomass in C is generally upright. That is wrong. So the correct answer for question number 131 is 2. Question number 132. In the equation GPP minus R is equal to NPP, here R represent. The correct answer is respiration losses. That's also a direct question and you can find the same in the page number 243 in CRT. Question number 133. Which of the following algae produce carrageenan? Carrageenan is produced by red algae. Red algae, especially this carrageenan is produced by Irish moss. Remember, Irish moss is actually not a true moss. It is nothing but an algae and its scientific name is Chondrus crispus. So the correct answer is red algae. Number 134. The first stable product of carbon dioxide fixation in sorghum. The sorghum plant is an example for C4 plant. So the correct answer is oxaloacetic acid, OAA. Question number 135. Match list 1 with list 2. Lenticels. Lenticels are used for exchange of gas. Lens shaped openings, that is lenticel, and it is used for exchange of gas. Cork cambium. Cork cambium is also called phellogen. It is another name of cork cambium. Secondary cortex is nothing but phelloderm. It's another name of secondary cortex, that is phelloderm. Cork cell usually possess suberin depositions. Correct answer for question number 135, the correct answer is 2. Next question is 136. Which of the following statement is incorrect? During aerobic respiration, role of oxygen is limited to the terminal stage. The statement is correct, and you have studied the same in chapter respiration in plants. And you know the function of the oxygen comes only at the end of the electron transport system, and this oxygen is used for producing metabolic water. In ETC or electron transport chain, one molecule of NADH gives rise to 2 ATP. So that is wrong. The one NADH molecule can produce 3 ATP molecule. The correct answer is option 2. Question number 137. Match column 1 with column 2. The floral formula is given zygomorphic bisexual K5 C1 plus 2 plus 2 A 9 plus 1 G superior. This floral formula, this floral formula is a characteristic feature of Fabaceae. 1 plus 2 plus 2 arrangement. See, in this itself you can easily conclude because this is papillonaceous corolla. Papillonaceous corolla is present only in Fabaceae in the given options. The second, actinomorphic bisexual K5 C5 A5 G2, and this floral formula belongs to Solanaceae. And the third one, actinomorphic bisexual P3 plus 3 A3 plus 3 G3, and here you can see P perianth is given, so the correct answer is and the correct matching family is Liliaceae. Because Liliaceae, the members are not having differentiated calyx and corolla. Calyx and corolla are not differentiated, instead they have perianth. Then the last one, actinomorphic bisexual K2 plus 2 C4 A2 plus 4 G2, and this floral formula belongs to Brassicaceae. So for the question number 137, the correct answer is 1. Question number 138. Match list 1 with list 2. S phase. During S phase, DNA replication occurs. Quiescent stage. Quiescent stage is an inactive stage in the cell cycle. G1 phase. G1 phase is an interval between mitosis and initiation of DNA replication. Remember, interval between mitosis. Once mitotic division is over, directly after mitotic division, G1 phase comes. After G1 phase, there will be S phase. During S phase, DNA replication occurs. So we can say that G1 phase occurs in between mitosis and initiation of DNA replication. So the correct answer for question number 138 is option 3. Question number 139. Plasmid PBr322 has PST1 restriction enzyme site within gene ampicillin R that confers ampicillin resistance. If this enzyme is used for inserting a gene for beta-galactosidase production and the recombinant plasmid is inserted in an E. coli strain, what happens? The correct answer, that is option 1, it will not be able to confer ampicillin resistance because this enzyme has inserted a new gene into the sequence of ampicillin resistance genes, so that ampicillin resistance genes undergo insertional mutation so that it cannot produce or it cannot provide ampicillin resistance. The correct answer is option 1. Question number 140. Identify the correct statement. In capping, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added to 3' end of the hnRNA. So that statement is wrong because this capping process occurs at the 5' end. Option 2. RNA polymerase binds with Rho factor to terminate the process of transcription. The correct answer is option 2. The statement is correct. Option 3. Coding strand in transcription unit is copied to mRNA. Remember, coding strand will not be undergoing transcription. Template strand will undergo transcription. Split gene arrangement is a characteristic of prokaryote. This is not a characteristic of prokaryote. Actually, split gene arrangement is a characteristic feature of eukaryotes. The correct answer for this question is option 2. Question number 141. Nowadays, it is possible to detect the mutated gene causing cancer by allowing radioactive probe to hybridize its complementary DNA in a clone of cells, followed by its detection using autoradiography. Because mutated gene partially appears on a photographic film, mutated gene completely and clearly appears on a photographic film. Mutated gene does not appear on a photographic film as a probe has no complementarity with it. The correct answer is option 2. It cannot appear on a photographic film because there is no complementarity with that. Since the cancer gene is mutated, the mutated gene does not appear on a photographic film because the probe has no complementarity with it. Question number 142. In the exponential growth equation, nt is equal to n0 e raised to rt. Here e represent. It is very simple and you can easily get the answer the base of natural logarithms. Question number 143. Select the correct pair. Large colorless empty cells in the epidermis of grass leaf cell, that is not subsidiary cells, instead it is bulliform cells. In dicot leaves, vascular bundles are surrounded by large thick-walled cells, that is not conjunctive tissue, instead it is bundle sheath cells. Cells of medullary rays that form a part of cambial ring, that is intervesicular cambium. The correct answer is option 3 because during secondary growth, cells of the medullary rays which are adjoining intravesicular cambium undergo dedifferentiation and it can develop into a meristematic layer. That process is nothing but dedifferentiation. So after intervesicular cambium will be produced. So correct option is 3. Question number 144. In some members of which of the following pairs of families pollen grains retain the viability for months after release? The correct answer is Rosaceae and Leguminosae. Rosaceae, Leguminosae, Solanaceae, these are the 3 families. They can retain their pollen viability even after months. Question number 145. What is the role of RNA polymerase 3 in the process of transcription in eukaryotes? The first option is transcribes rRNAs 28S, 18S and 5.8. These rRNAs are produced by RNA polymerase 1. Second option, transcribe tRNA, 5S rRNA and sRNA. This is the correct option. Polymerase 3 can produce tRNA, 5S rRNA and snRNA. Option 3, transcribe precursor of mRNA. Remember, precursor of mRNA, that is hnRNA, it is produced by RNA polymerase 2. Correct answer is option 2. Question number 146. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Both ATP and NADPH are synthesized during non-cyclic photophosphorylation. The option is, the statement is correct. Question option 2, stromal lamellae have PS1 only and lack NADP reductase. That is also correct statement. Grana lamellae have both PS1 and PS2. That is also correct. Cyclic photophosphorylation involve both PS1 and PS2. Remember, PS2 is not required for cyclic photophosphorylation. So correct answer is option 4. That is only the incorrect statement. The question is regarding incorrect. Question number 147. Which of the following statement is correct? Fusion of 2 cells is called karyogamy. Remember, fusion of 2 cells is not karyogamy. Karyogamy is a fusion of 2 nuclei. Fusion of option 2. Fusion of protoplasm between 2 motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Remember, fusion of protoplasm, that is called plasmogamy. Correct. That is a correct answer. So the correct answer is option 2. Match list 1 with list 2. Protein. Proteins are having peptide bonds. Unsaturated fatty acids. You can see double bonds in unsaturated fatty acids. Nucleic acid. Nucleotides are bonded through phosphodiester linkage. Polysaccharides, monomers. Monosaccharides are bonded through glycosidic bonds. Question number 148. The correct answer is option 1. DNA fingerprinting involves identifying differences in some specific regions in the DNA sequence. These sequences are called repetitive DNA. The correct answer is option 2. That is a direct question. Question number 150. Nitrococcus. Nitrococcus is responsible for converting ammonia to nitrite. During nitrification, the first step is conversion of ammonia to nitrite. That step is facilitated by this bacteria Nitrococcus. Second one, rhizobium. Rhizobium can fix atmospheric nitrogen. So it can convert atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia. You know, Thiobacillus. Thiobacillus is an example for denitrifying bacteria. Nitrobacter, during nitrification process, the second step is converting nitrite to nitrate. This process is facilitated by the bacteria Nitrobacter. So for the question number 150, the correct answer is 1. These many questions are given in the botany part of NEET 2021. I hope this video will be useful for you. Once again, I wish you all the very best for a fantastic result.